The Grudge 3, released by Stage 6 Films, May 12th, 2009, produced by Andrew Pfeffer and Taka Choice, written by Brad Keane, and directed by Toby Wilkins, who's actually has a good film to his credit. He does the sci-fi monster horror creature feature Splinter. Uh, he's also done like Kidney Thieves, The Unbreakable Likeness of Lincoln, and Staring at the Sun. It had a budget of $5 million. So, Grudge 3. I think the studio lost faith in this film because it's only released on DVD, on video, DVD, whatever, in 2009. So clearly, it was probably went through a lot of like production problems and stuff like that. Grudge 3's story is basically um there's a family in I think it was in like either Baltimore or Buffalo, one of those two, somewhere in the States. And yeah, basically they inherited the grudge curse, and it starts haunting them in their apartment. And so throughout the apartment, there's like hauntings going on. You have the main chick, and her brother owns the apartment building that's trying to get it going and stuff. And then she's also has an interesting little relationship with her boyfriend and a daughter, and the daughter has a sickness. And this film goes all over the place because somehow they're loosely connected to the characters in the first two Grudge movies. It's very thin plot point of it. I can't remember exactly why. But yeah, so it carries it to the States, and now Kyoko, or whatever her name is, the spirit is haunting these family slowly and tormenting them a bit. Yeah, it's a little confusing film. There's a lot of plot holes and stuff in this one, and also after the haunting gets enough, the spirit's sister, who's still alive in human form, comes and tries to help get rid of her. And so, yeah, so it's an interesting way they took this film. Uh, oh yeah, it's haunting them because they're the family that was living next to them in Japan in the sequel, in the second one, and now it moves on into this one. So yeah, but the spirit's still haunting them, so they're slowly realizing that it's back and is trying to get to them. And it's really weird how this film was made and played out, because you have a pretty good director, a writer who knows what else he's done. uh, yeah, who doesn't have the best track record doing this film. So, yeah, it was an interesting little mashup. I thought it had potential. So, but like, there's some pretty big flaws with this. Like, the characters are so paper thin, you don't really care what's going on, and they're kind of dumb. Most points, something serious happens is so monotone and basic that and just a plot driven a way of doing it that it's very predictable. And the dark spooky scenes are like the most lit scenes possible in a horror film. Like uh instead of having a gloomy dark hallway, she walks by bags in the middle of the day, and you see the chick's plain white skin arms stick out and attack her, and it's not scary at all. It takes away from the scare factor. It's like they wanted to make this movie G-rated or something. Yeah, and like it starts off with like the girl's like has an imaginary friend, which ends up being the boy that meows like a cat, and she puts like a Mr. Potato Head toy outside the door, and it's up on the staircase when they come back, and like weird little things like that, typical cliches and that. And yeah, overall this whole film is just really brightly lit for some reason, and you can see the jump scares coming from a mile away, even if people who don't really watch horror probably won't find this scary at all. I can see why they didn't release in theaters and they put it straight to video because this movie is so stupid and dumb. Like, what's the point of it? Like, they have one where Samora or whatever her name is, the spirit attacking the girl in like some like office room thing, and yeah, it is the most clear thing. You can tell it's a full person just smeared in white makeup. Like, it's not like a CG rendering or anything like that. I applaud them for trying to go practical, but this is not the movie to go practical. And yeah. And so it takes you out of it. Like, it's not spooky or scary if everything's brightly lit like my room right now. And you just see like someone that's like super pale standing behind me. Like, that's not how you do it. So I think this film, and also like the way the story goes, the guy goes mad for some reason, and then they hold like a seance thing to get rid of it, and miraculously gets rid of it. And yeah, this movie is just terrible. So The Grudge 3 has a very convoluted story, and but it's pretty basic with paper thin characters with no point to them at all. And yeah, and like the most brightly lit dark scenes you'd ever see. So definitely a huge step down from the first two. uh yeah, it was made by people who probably didn't know what they're making, or there's studio interference or something like that. And the $5 million, that was an absolute waste. Like, wow. If I was a producer on that, I'd fire everybody and redo it. And yeah, spend another 5 million to make actually something tangible. So yeah, but whatever. Grudge 3 was pretty terrible. Crappy story, paper thin characters, poorly lit scenes. This gets 0.5 from me. Absolute garbage. Definitely down there with Cabin Fever 2 and what's another one that I rated bad? April Fool's Day 2008 remake. It's down there with that. It's pretty bad. It's going to be hard to make something terrible than this. So, yeah, but I've been hearing a lot of bad mouthing of the new one. I think it's about time I check it out, put in my 2 cents for what I think of it. But that's probably for a later video. So yeah, but before we go, there's a trail link to this abomination down below if you actually really want to check it out. If you didn't know, there's a Grudge 3, or if you forgot about it, you might want to check it out or something. Get caught up with the Grudge films for the new one. Check it out. It's linked down below. Also, make sure you check out my Instagram. It's linked down below too. I always post clips of films in the future on my story. Make sure you have the film title and hashtag. And I put the subject on a film in there just so you're aware of it. So yeah, make sure you follow me on Instagram. Stay in the loop. Like this video, share it somewhere people are aware of it and so they can stay away from it. And yeah, comment your opinions of the Grudge 3 down below. Also, let me know what your favorite Grudge film is in the franchise if you really want to. I'm pretty sure 90% of people are going to say the first one. Or also comment down below if you want to hear my opinions on the Japanese versions, Juon films. I might do those in the future. Who knows? Also, if you have any films at all, whether it's horror, sci-fi, that you want to hear my opinions on, what I think of them, comment those down below. I'll try to get to them as best I can, as soon as I can, and if I can find them. So, yeah. Also, make sure you subscribe because you never really know what I'm going to talk about next. But I'm probably going to talk about the new Grudge film and see if it's as bad as people are saying or not. But yeah, but who knows? But yeah, so till the next one, I guess I'll see you in the next review. And my God, hopefully the other one's not as bad as this. Jeez, yeah. So guess I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.